We're in today with the most beautiful GTX 560 Ti from Galaxy. This is a 2011 video card with 1 gig of VRAM GDDR5, 384 shaders, 900 megahertz on the core clock, 1050 megahertz on the memory clock. It's got 256 bits bus width, and we're gonna pair it up with this Intel Xeon E5 2690 V4 with 22 cores and 22 threads because of the hyperthread disabled. I think the best thing we can do for this video card is to just jump in a couple of games and see how it holds in 2024. Let's go. Let's start with Fortnite. Apparently in this game with performance mode on 1080p, you can actually see the GPU is doing a fantastic job. I got nice averages here. Even though the core is on maximum load, you can clearly see that the GPU is holding. Considering this amount of load on the video card, nearly 900 megabytes of VRAM utilization, it's doing a fantastic job. Waleo. Counter-Strike is doing a fantastic job utilizing this video card. Even though the core is on maximum, 60 degrees with maximum fan speed on this situation, you can clearly see that 900 megahertz on the core speed of the video card is doing a fantastic job. Nearly 100 FPS on average. I mean 70, 80, 90 depending on the map and the players. You can clearly see sometimes it's averaging around 80, but even everything that is above 60, considering the age of the video card, I will say is fantastic. But in this situation, it's a fantastic performance overall. On the VRAM side, you can actually see it's using 995 megabytes of VRAM. So imagine this video card if it had 1.2 or 1.5 gig of VRAM, or even 2, because there are 2 gig models of 560 Ti's, you know, but they don't have the same frequency on the core like this one, you know. But I wish I had better options in this situation. Regardless, on the system side, I got nearly 10 gig of system RAM with nearly 20-30% load on the CPU side. 40 degrees, that means the CPU is being utilized, but the overall performance is great with nearly 300 watts consumption from the computer. 303 actually. You know what? I would say decent performance here. PUBG, you can clearly see that the system is doing a fantastic job. I got maximum load on the core with 62 degrees on the video card and is delivering around 70 FPS on average. I mean, this is actually fantastic considering I put everything on lowest details and the render scale on 70%, and it still delivers this amount of FPS. I'm very shocked and surprised how this video card is working. I really like it, seriously. In this situation, I cannot complain about this video card. I wish this video card had more VRAM in order to benefit from this core speed, because the core on the video card is super fast, but the amount of VRAM is not okay. You know, 1 gig of VRAM, it's yeah, definitely not helping in this situation, you know. So yeah, I would say an overall performance is great in PUBG. The system itself doesn't have any problem. 11 gig of system RAM being utilized to deliver this amount of performance. Not a lot of stress from the CPU side. You can actually see the CPU stands around 40 degrees with 20-25% load on the CPU. Decent performance overall, and I will say I will say based on the wattage, 320 watts, the system it's used. I'm taking the car because usually whenever I go with the car, I see a lot of FPS drops, you know. So in this situation, you can clearly see that I'm dropping below 60 FPS. So I think the only way I can increase the FPS in this is to go 900p or 720p, and that will be the only way I can get more FPS. But if we're jumping in Crossout with this video card, you can actually see on performance mode, I mean legacy GPUs, you can see that the video card is doing a fantastic work based on the wattage. Look at this, 330 watts consumption from this, 1004 megabytes of VRAM utilized. I think that this game is squeezing every ounce of this performance. I like this type of optimization from this game, you know. So definitely a good choice when it comes to gaming on a video card like this, you know. You can actually see the video card is being utilized at maximum, 68 degrees in this situation. Even the core, it's getting hot in this case. Clearly see that the performance is here with this video card. You can get over 100 FPS on average, under 10 ms. So the average, the quality, it's okay-ish even with legacy GPU. That is performance mode for this. And yeah, it's doing a fantastic job. It's holding even though the core is on maximum load. The CPU on the other hand, 10-15% load on this occasion. You can clearly see that it doesn't have any problems, but it's only using 7 gig of system RAM, so I will say that the system is not very stressed. So definitely an interesting performance. I entered War Thunder because I want to see how it's running with minimal details here. I'm 100% sure I will get some decent performance. It doesn't look that great, you know, there's not a lot of shadows, no traces, no, literally nothing here. A lot of things are missing here, but it's giving me a lot of FPS. So in this situation, you can actually see I got over 100 FPS on average, 130, 40. That's actually a good performance overall. I like it, but yeah, definitely we need to take a look and see how we are achieving this. With 98%, 99% load on the GPU's core, that's actually understandable. 66 degrees on the video card. In this situation, you can clearly see that the video card is capable of delivering this performance. The VRAM is not maxed out, so I'm actually surprised on that, and I appreciate it. 870, 850 megabytes of VRAM utilized in order to deliver this performance. It's okay, you know, it's not something I will complain, because if I'm interested on raising the details here in the game, there is just a little room, not a lot, just a little. In this situation, I can put maybe VSync in order to get less FPS, in order to increase the details for the game. You know, I needed 200 FPS, and maybe I get the opportunity to do like in World of Tanks, you know, to put medium details, lock it to 60 FPS, and that's it, you know. In this situation, that will be very ideal. Ideal will be to use games like this for a video card like this GTX 560 Ti, you know. If you want to play proper games, I think Metro will be ideal to put on here. In this case, you can see that the GPU is running with maximum core load in this case, but it does the job, you know. On maximum details, this video card can actually work with the game properly. There's a lot of details here. DirectX 11, it's the menu selected in the game in order to receive this amount of quality. But if you do want more FPS, I think lowering the quality will be advisable. I'm very surprised. Seriously, I'm very surprised that the game is working like this. I know that I need dual BGA video cards, you know, either a Crossfire or an SLI in order to play this monster of the game, you know. In this case, you can clearly see that, you know, 560 Ti was seriously not the best video card for this, but it was capable of delivering, not with maximum details, maybe with medium details, maybe with DirectX 10 on the settings, and you will receive the better performance. In Mad Max, apparently with 1080p on normal details, you can literally see that is a freaking nice performance from this video card. The only problem I have, it's look at this, the core is maxed out, the VRAM is nearly maxed out, you know, so, but it's delivering 75 FPS on average with 15 ms in this situation. I got 320, 330 watts consumption from the wall. I will say an overall performance is great, you know. In this occasion, if you lock it to 60 FPS, there is a little room, you know, to add more details, but I wouldn't count on it, you know, because of the load on the GPU is maxed out. So in this case, you can actually see the temperature is going up. The VRAM is maxed out nearly, so there is not a lot of room to put more details. In this case, the only thing you can do is if you don't have any stress on the CPU, like in this case with 10-15% load on the CPU, 40 degrees, only 6.7 gig of system RAM being utilized, I will say this is a decent performance, you know, from the computer. But on the video card side, yeah, that's not okay. You know, it's maxed out, but it's capable of delivering the FPS. You can actually see that it got between 70 and 100 FPS. It's a decent performance, seriously, considering this is a freaking nice game that is capable of stressing the GPU. I will say in this situation, it's yeah, it's a decent performance. This is a very decent performance in GTA 5. I will really love to see how this video card is working here, but at the same time I wanted to see how it's working in online. But online, apparently the game is brutalizing my CPU. It's beasting it up, you know. So in this case, I just wanted to see how the GPU is performing without stressing the CPU. In this case, you can clearly see the game is doing a fantastic job by utilizing the video card. It's a nice performance overall. Maximum load on the core, maximum load on the VRAM. The CPU has no problem in this case because I'm not online. And here it's utilizing only the video card at maximum. I got 320 watts consumption from this computer on the wall, and it's doing a fantastic job. I cannot complain about this, seriously, because it looks fantastic, you know. Look at this. Even on normal details, 1080p, no modification, DirectX 10, no advanced graphics. It's capable of delivering some really nice FPS on average, you know. I think using VSync in this situation can be a decent options overall, you know. So over 100 FPS in this situation. So if you're interested on playing the story or modding the game, I think this video card is still capable of delivering that entertainment. But online, yeah, you'll have some problems. But not with the video card, apparently with the CPU. Yeah, definitely love this video card. It's a gorgeous looking video card. If you take a look and see how the video card it just stands on the table, is fantastic, you know. I like that idea of shiny shroud. It's standing out, you know, when you put it in the case. Apparently every light, every LED reflects on that metallic, shiny, polished shroud on the video card. But that I think that it's painted. It's not manually polished, you know, because the material is super light. It's got the power cables in the back of the video card. So if you're interested on actually building a sleek case and the power cable doesn't show too much, I think this is a very interesting video card to have in the back. If you take a look in the front of the video card, you can actually see it's got 2 display ports and a DVI. I mean, I can guarantee you, I have a lot of Fermi video cards, and I can guarantee you I have a lot of 500 series video cards, and I don't have 2 display ports and a DVI like this one. So this, theoretically, if it had 2 gig of VRAM, it would have been the best Fermi video card in my life, seriously. This is the only disappointment I have on this video card, that 1 gig of VRAM. Everything is with this. It looks great, it runs great, it's the best looking video card ever, seriously. On the other hand, I don't recommend it because it's very hard to find it, you know. There's a lot of 560 Ti's with 2 gig of VRAM or nearly the same frequency with low cost. A 560 Ti, a normal one, not this one. This you need to put it on the shelf somewhere if you can find it. I like the video card. I don't know what you think about it, but if you have any suggestion in the future for this video card or for the system, leave a comment and I will see you very soon.